Another example of acceleration due to gravity is Joe and Jimmy jumping off 2 different levels of stairs.
Joe hits the ground with less force than Jimmy because he's jumping from a surface that's closer to the ground.
Acceleration, I'm really weak, so I can't push this very far.
Due to the law of acceleration, I'm really strong, so I can push it pretty far.
Law of action and reaction, any object that is acted upon has an equal or opposite reaction. Mary's going to throw 2 pink rocks together so we can see the reaction. There you go.
Example of unequal forces is Jimmy pulling with a force of 160 pounds, Francesca pulling with a force of 120 pounds, and poor little Joe pulling with a force of 155 pounds. He cannot resist their strength. However, if I add myself to the picture with a force of 120 pounds, me and Joe and Chess and Jerry are a force of equilibrium in 1 dimension.
Friction is a force that resists the relative motion of 2 objects in contact caused by irregularities of the 2 surfaces sliding or rolling across each other, which tend to catch on each other. Friction is a force that always acts parallel to the surface in contact and opposite the direction of motion. Starting friction is greater than sliding friction. Friction increases as the force between the surfaces increase. Not all forces result in acceleration. For example, if you attempt to push a table, it may not accelerate because another force, in this case a frictional force, matches your pushing force, preventing you from accelerating the table.
So, moving.
Law of inertia, Newton's first law. A body that is in motion continues in motion with the same velocity at a constant speed in a straight line, and a body at rest continues at rest until an unbalanced outside force acts upon it. The terminal speed of a skydiver varies from 150 to 200 kilometers per hour, depending on the person's weight and position. A heavier person will attain a greater terminal speed than a lighter person because a larger weight results in a larger acceleration before the air resistance equals the weight. Body position also makes a difference. When a body is spread out like that of a bird gliding with outstretched wings, its surface area increases, which results in a more air resistance. This is an example of acceleration due to gravity. Another example is skydiving. Another example of
Law of acceleration, I'm really sharp, so I can't.